It's about real people and real stories, because they're memories that will last a lifetime, and they're memories and stories to be shared for whatever circumstances you're in with people, because there's nothing better than that kind of laughing where you're helpless. Now, that helpless laughing is the best laughter. There's the best laughter, and it's also one of the best medicines there is. That's what life's made up. That's what I think anyway. Life's made up of memories and stories. Stories is people's everyday life is your story. That's your story, your journey of life. My advice to anybody is share your stories and tell them, tell the bad ones, tell the good ones, tell all the in-between things, the funny ones, the whole lot of them. You can just say one wee tiny thing to somebody and they're like, right? Everything really is a story. And stories are for sharing, apart from secrets, of course. If somebody tells me a secret, I will not tell anybody.
There are favourite books, of course, and there are books that I love and books that I go back to and reread, sometimes time and time again. It's the most important thing is that you have to get out of your own bubble and try reading other things, you know. One thing I quite often do when I'm wondering what to read next is I close my eyes and put my hand out on the shelf and pick something down. Information is a big thing for me, you know. I like to learn things, and one of the pleasures of having a bookshop is you learn things from everybody who comes through the door, because some of the greatest experts on the most bizarre, esoteric fields that you don't even know anybody would either care about, you know, they come in and say, "Have you got a book on, you know, 17th century toothbrushes?" Or, you know, and you learn from these people, and they come in and they're so passionate sometimes about their subjects and about what they're interested in, that you can't help but pick up on this, you know. And so having these books, of course, these wonderful things passing through your hands, it gives you a chance to learn so much. There's so much stuff out there, you know. This little shop, this tiny wee shop here would take you about 3 lifetimes just to read the books in here. Yeah, and that's crazy. And there's billions, literally billions of titles out there. The one lesson I've learned, actually, the one thing I tell people, if you're not enjoying it, stop reading it. Don't feel forced to read something. If you're not enjoying it, put it down. Don't hurl it across the room. Just put it down carefully and then move on to something else, because there's something else there for you.
Well, as a storyteller, I like to tell these kind of magical or wonder tales, folk tales, where some magical elements are happening, and I see like fairy tales. Yes, I see those tales as a metaphor. Every element in the story actually is a code or a symbol that means something else and can mean something very realistic in our lives. This is what I was told, like, as my teacher David Campbell said to all of us storytellers. There are so many stories in this world. Choose the stories you really love to tell, you really love. Through stories, we make a meaning of this world and ourselves. We kind of make a certain structure or pattern, how things work, because otherwise it will be just a chaos of events. So we want to make those events into some structure. So that's why we need our characters to go through the hardships and, you know, to be a bit not perfect at the beginning. So, and hopefully with my stories I can help people to be wiser, happier, more relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the story's important to us because they kind of teach us about the world. Like, they teach us, like, how people have coped with trauma and how they've coped with various things, and like how they've lived their life. I do believe that we can connect and see similarities between other human beings and see that we're not totally unique in some of the things we've done and some of the things that's happened to us. You think, God, I've been through really nothing, you know, and you think that your life's been quite traumatic, some of the things that's happened, but then you read other people and you think, God, I've had quite an easy life of it compared with others.